Remember to protect yourself at all times and obey my commands. Touch them up. Good luck.
All right, we're at the gate, Bo, with 10 rounds of boxing to start the night off and a title fight. That's one of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 title fights on the cards tonight.
Boy, man, it's going to be a long night of boxing, which, hey, I love watching boxing up close, you know?
I know you do. All right, as you can see, Murtazaliev with the pink and silver trunks. I asked why pink tonight, and they said it's my favorite color. He's going against Elvin Ayala, the veteran at 38 years old in the red trunks with the white trim.
As they came out,
Bakhram.
It's
easier to say than his last name.
Yeah, he came out swinging. He called Ayala on right dead on the chin.
And that's just his style, Bomac. He comes forward. He's all about power shots.
Yeah.
He's a durable fighter. He's got a nasty overhand right, so he's looking to press the action early against the 38-year-old veteran. But Ayala's been in some wars. I mean, he's fought in world title fights before, 0-1, but he went for the middleweight world title back in 2008 and, you know, was not victorious in that fight. But he's been to deep waters before and looks to help his experience can carry him in this fight.
Yeah, well, as I look at him, he throws his jab. After he throws his jab, he throws a good right hand, a left hook, or he'll throw a left hook to the body or left hook to the head. So he's already got it set in his mind. He's going to throw a 3 or 4 punch combination. He's not that fast, so that automatically tell me he might have got a little power in his hands.
And talking to his team, Ayala said that they would like him to continue to box and move around and not get stuck in the middle of the ring, but he looks like he's already kind of brought into a firefight early in this round 1.
Yeah, he's pressing the action pretty good. He's letting Ayala know, hey, he's here for business. You want to defend that title and keep his belt. He always got in mind he's throwing 3 and 4 punches at a time.
And Murtazaliev, managed by Igis Klimas and training out of Oxnard at the boxing laboratory. And you know that the work rate with the champions they have in that gym, like Lomachenko, Usyk, and now
You can't.
I can't. I mean, they have so many champions that train out of that gym, but it's incredible the work that they get there in Oxnard.
Oh, it's a lot of Russians coming from over there, man.
There's that overhand right.
Overhand right, yeah. I like that left hook that he threw.
And he caught Ayala pulling straight back again with another overhand right. He's got to get his hands up when he moves back.
I don't like the way Bakhram, he squares up a little bit when Ayala gets on the ropes. He tend to he loses his power like that a little bit. He get off balance. If he continue to come in with his jab, he should be successful.
Good opening round of action here. Round 1 of 10 scheduled to come. We're back inside the Ford Center at the Star, Frisco, Texas. Big night of boxing, and we're starting out with a 10-round super welterweight fight for the U.S. NBC title. And let's see if they pick up where they left off, Bo. Action right from the opening bell.
I want to continue to see Bakhram continue to use that jab. The jab could be a good weapon for him. You know, when he doesn't use it, he starts swinging wild a little bit. When he does use it, he's able to connect with a good 1-2 or 1-2-3.
Elvin Ayala, as I mentioned, a 15-year veteran, former world title challenger. He had a 6-week training camp for this fight, and I said, you know, you're 38 years old. This is a tough fight for you. Why do you keep fighting? He's like, I love boxing. This is what I want to do.
Well, you know,
he even wants to be a promoter when he's done fighting. Yeah. So he wants to stay around the business, stay relevant. This is his full-time job.
It's in the blood of some fighters. Some fighters take good care of their body when they can't do this for a longevity of time.
Now you would think, you know, 11 years after getting a shot at a world title, and here he is still fighting. So that shows that he's taking care of his body.
Yeah.
Murtazaliev, as we mentioned, big power puncher, likes to come forward, but he seems to have more success in landing those power punches when he's able to work off the jab.
Off the jab, yeah.
Oh, he caught him with the left.
Ayala cannot pull back with his hands down. I believe they called this a knockdown, but I believe he was off balance more than anything.
Yeah, I thought he was off balance as well. I think a punch was thrown and then he went down, but they're giving him the 10 count, so that's going to be automatically, if he gets a point deducted now in this round, a 10-8 round.
One thing about Ayala, he's weird, he's awkward. He's all over the place. He's not stable in his legs. So his punches can come from any angle. It's really no different from Bakhram because of the simple fact when he doesn't use his jab, he's pretty much the same way. He's off balance, get off balance. And his punches come from wide.
Oh, he got
nice
hurt with the right hand right there. Yep,
yes,
Ayala looks a little wobbly, using the ropes.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's hurt.
He's got him stopped into the corner. Can he finish him? Right, left. And he's holding on.
Good thing that he held on. Give him a little bit more time. He got 10 seconds.
Will he be able to get out of this second round? Looks like the savvy veteran knows what to do and holds on
to
try to get him to the
something,
bell.
huh?
It's a little kiss.
Yeah. Take this on the way back to the corner.
Exactly. So, Bo, through 2 rounds, how do you have this fight scored?
Well, you definitely got Bakhram. He's definitely dominating the fight, you know. But I would like to see him use his jab more. If he at the end, if he would slow his pace down, touch with his jab. It ain't got to be a fast jab. Just touch with his jab all over to find some range, and then he can be able to land those bigger shots. But he just went from punch for punch. See that little short right uppercut? What caught him? That started to hurt him.
Do you think that was a clean knockdown right there, Bo? They counted that as a knockdown. I mean, there was a punch thrown and then a kind of a delay when he went down to his knee, but I mean, you can't really call it a slip because he went straight down.
Yeah.
So.
As I look at it now, that right uppercut started everything.
So a clear 10-8 round there for Murtazaliev as we get ready to get round 3 started. And Murtazaliev has fought on a Kovalev undercard 5 times, used to be with his promotional company. Now he's with Main Events, who is with who Kovalev's promoter is. So he's used to the big stage, and as we mentioned, he has the US NBC title, and hoping one day to work his way up to a world title. So he's fought on big stages, big cards, and he's looking to put on a show tonight. Even though it's early, not a lot of people in the stands yet, still a good opportunity.
But everybody sees him.
That's
you know,
right.
The world knows what's going on, because once the cards start, people are going to be tuning in.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Picking up right where he left off, cutting off the ring. Ayala needs to box and move a little bit more. That's kind of what his game plan was, but he doesn't get the better of the exchanges when he just stands there.
Right. Well, one thing I noticed here about Bakhram, that right uppercut started everything, and he's going back to it. He's throwing it at different angles. He's going under, coming over.
And Bakhram caught him with a good left hand. Not too much body work from Bakhram. Everything kind of up top. Uppercuts and swinging right and left hooks.
He's definitely a power puncher. You can tell that.
Of his 14 wins, 11 have come by knockout for Bakhram Murtazaliev.
Nice body shot by Bakhram. First body shot I've seen thrown.
Yeah, because he's done a lot of head hunting. And you know, talking to him this week, he said that he wanted to box since he was 10 years old. He watched a Roy Jones Jr. fight, and that's what wanted him to start boxing. And you talked about that body shot. I mean, Roy did some damage.
Oh, I remember he broke one guy's rib with a body shot.
So I'd like to see a little bit more of that from him.
I like to see him use that jab a little bit more. Just push Ayala back, and he'd be able to get those shots off. Because when Ayala backs up, he backs up with his hands down.
Ayala jab into the body.
He's trying to box a little bit here.
You just don't see too much power on those shots from Ayala.
No, you don't. I believe he's in here, you know, just boxing, and hoping for a big shot to land.
What do you think he can do, Pomac, to try to get back into this fight? Obviously a 10-8 round in that second round with the knockdown.
Well, just, you know, just box a little bit more. Get your feet together. Get you some fundamental underneath your feet and be able to try to work that jab. Because every time he uses his jab, it pretty much it lands. So as you can look at him now, punches coming from all angles because his feet are not set.
Round 4 of action between the US NBC champ, Bakhram Murtazaliev, against Elvin Ayala. Ayala down once in round 2. And pretty much Bomac down in this fight, 3 rounds to none.
I mean, if he want to get back in this fight, he just got to box. He got to box a little bit better. Can't take shots like that. You tell Bakhram is going for the knockout. It's like every shot got thunder power on it.
Oh. He got caught with the counter right there. Not too much body work in this fight. Both guys kind of swinging for the head.
Yeah.
A lot of action right here in the center of the ring, which is not what Elvin Ayala's team wants him to do. They want him to box and move, and his legs look a little bit wobbly right now to start
like
round 4.
Before, he's not stable on those legs. His legs is they everywhere. It could be good and bad for him because, I mean, the good part, when you're all over the place like that, it's hard for your opponent to land any good shots on you. The bad part is you don't get no power on your shots.
Bakhram, as you mentioned, is looking to land those power shots. That overhand right is his deadliest punch, according to his team this week.
Yeah, I like to continue to see him use that jab. Guys, use that jab a little bit more. Jab to the body, jab to the chest, to try to, stall Ayala. Nice right hand.
With a good 1-2 right there. Jab right hand.
Face your opponent. Box.
Mouthpiece came out for Ayala on that punch. So
good jabs from both of them.
yeah, they both jabbed at the same time and landed.
See, he should have set it up with that jab first, just like that.
Ayala doing, you know, a good job slipping some of these punches because it looks like Murtazaliev is so wide with those punches. He's telegraphing them a little bit. And that's how Ayala's been able to slip a few of them.
I haven't seen him once, Bakhram, throw a double jab yet. Double jab will help you set it up, set up the shot, or a good right hand. You can even jab at the hand, then jab at the head, then the right hand over top.
Oh, and Ayala just caught Bakhram with a good left hand. Solid punch, best punch of the round for Ayala. Better round for him, but again, Bakhram, anytime he comes on, he can land 2 or 3 shots. Not much defense from Ayala. Only the slipping right under, but he doesn't come back with anything after.
Well, yes, but they always say when he misses, make him pay, but he's not doing that. So that can also help him keep him in the fight too, but he's not doing it. And I wish his corner would tell him, hey, listen here, man, because he's not landing, Bakhram is not landing everything that he throws. And a lot of those shots are heavy shots, and that takes energy. All you got to do is step to the side or catch it and then just deliver some punches back. Call it in the gym catch and release. Oh.
They both landed jabs at the same time, strong jabs at the same time, but you saw the mouthpiece of Elvin Ayala come out there. So Ayala landed one of the best punches of the fight in this 4th round, Bomac.
Nice left hook.
Snapped his neck.
Yeah, and you see when he threw it when his head was down. One side of the body, then came to the other side of the body. His feet squared up, but he got the job done. That's just weird.
Here we are, halfway through the scheduled 10 rounds for the US NBC Super Welterweight Championship. We have a ton of title fights coming to you tonight on ESPN Plus and ESPN, all leading up to the light heavyweight championship of the world. The WBO champ Eladier Alvarez looking to defend his title for the first time in the immediate rematch when he won the title against the now challenger Sergey Kovalev. That's coming up later on tonight, as well as Teofimo Lopez versus Diego Magdaleno in a 10-round lightweight contest, and then 2 other world championship cards. Oscar Valdez is back after a year outside of the ring to defend his WBO title for the 5th time. And then for the vacant IBF world title, Richard Kami, Isa Chainev. So it is a stacked card tonight. We're looking forward to it. Stay with us right here on ESPN Plus and ESPN. Those of you joining us on ESPN Plus, we'll take you through the action till 9 p.m. local time. Then you can switch it over to ESPN, their lineal channel, to check out the Comey and Valdez fights. Both of those world title fights will be on ESPN. Then join us back here on ESPN Plus for the Teofimo Lopez fight. That's 10 rounds against Diego Magdaleno, and the main event is also right here on ESPN Plus, 12 rounds light heavyweight WBO world title fight. So little back and forth action for you, but either way, we'll remind you all night long, don't you worry, because you won't want to miss these fights.
You know, Ayala is doing pretty good this round. He's working his jab. He's catching some punches. Like Bakhram. He's not all over the place right now. And he got good defense, too. That's one thing I noticed about it. That head movement. Oh, that right hand that Bakhram threw just landed. Looked like it may have shook him a little bit.
And either way, Bakhram just continues to come forward, but Ayala standing right there in the middle of the ring. He's not backing down. He's not throwing many punches off slipping some of those either, but nevertheless comfortable with mixing it up right there in a phone booth for now. Work rate for Bakhram, slowing down a little bit, but still nice combinations. He often throws 2-3 punches at a time. Yeah,
and one thing I would like to see from Bakhram, I would like to see him mix it up a little bit more, throw some different punches, because the punches he's throwing now, that 1-2 with the left hook or the right hand left hook, Ayala got used to it. He's moving his head. He's catching some of them shots. He's getting underneath some of them shots.
We're back with round 6 of a scheduled 10-round fight in the super welterweight division, 154 pounds. Elvin Ayala from New Haven, Connecticut. Bakhram Murtazaliev out of Russia, trains out of Oxnard in the boxing laboratory. A lot of fight fans familiar with that gym. And some of his stablemates, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Vasily Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk, Alexander Vozdik, Kavaliauskas. Great
Putin.
stable.
Best
Putin.
Putin.
Great stable of boxers.
Kavaliauskas?
That's right.
Got to be good sparring over there.
Great sparring. I mean, sometimes you got to bring in sparring partners outside, but they kind of got everybody in house. Elvin Ayala, savvy veteran in the game, has fought some big names. Arthur Abraham, he's fought. Sergey Deverchenko, he's fought David Lemieux, Sergio Mora. So he's had quite a bit of experience,
yes.
Much more in the professional ranks than Murtazaliev. But as far as amateur experience goes, when these Russians come over after winning, world titles and, as Golden Glove amateur Olympians, they come with sometimes even more experience than what their record projects at 14.
Well, yeah, with 100 and some out, what's he got? 157 wins and 17 losses as an amateur. Oh my God, those type of numbers is rarely heard of these days now. Kids see that light at the end of the tunnel and want that pot of gold.
Yeah, and Ayala just kind of didn't have much of an amateur career. He kind of just learned on the job. So totally different backgrounds for these two, and 12 years difference at 26 and 38 years old. And
for 38 years old, he's not handling himself too bad in there. It's kind of.
He's shown some good defense.
Yeah.
He's been down once in round 2. He's landed a few flush punches, but it's been the power shots from Bakhram that have been really impactful each and every round, and we'll see if it starts to take a toll on the 38-year-old as we turn to the second half of the fight.
Right. Well, like I said before, I like to see Bakhram do something different, because the 1-2 and the right hand, left hook, Ayala just got used to it now. So he's a savvy veteran. He can last in situations like that. Look at him using his jab, getting away from shots. I know Bakhram is rated in some of the sanctioned bodies, but if we want to get that title shot, or you want people to start talking about him, you got to turn it up.
Good body shot.
Yeah,
you could see Ayala wince a little bit on that, but he comes back with some body shots of his own.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good into round 6.
Hey, Bakhram, he felt that body shot at the end. He looked at him like, where'd that come from?
He said, okay. Woke him up a little bit. Round 6.
Oh,
I think you might recognize the man right there. I'm not talking about yourself, but we have a big fight coming up, Bo Mac.
Yes, we do.
What's going down April 20th?
Crawford versus Khan is going down. I'm ready. Crawford's ready. Madison Square Garden.
He will be defending his WBO welterweight world title against Amir King Kong.
Hey, I will tell you this. much scrap as I talk about American, he's still dangerous. He got hand speed, got good foot movement. He's very savvy. He's very slicky in there, slippery in there.
And he's fought any and everybody. He never turns down a fight. I know a lot of people were giving him some crap about not taking the Kell Brook and making that fight. But look, he has an opportunity to fight the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world and try to win a title.
Yeah.
And that's important to him. And I know you'll have your guy ready for a pay-per-view action, something he's been wanting to do, and a good start for him in his first fight of 2019. So that's going down on ESPN pay-per-view April 20th from the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden. We'll hope you'll join us there. But for now, we are at the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys practice facility. I mean, this facility is amazing, Bomac. I can't believe this is where they practice. I mean, this is better than, probably nice. Where I can name an NFL team who plays in a stadium that's not as nice as where the Cowboys practice. But I'll let them NorCal folks figure out who I'm talking about. But they'll be moving to Vegas soon, so I'll leave that alone. But anyways, back here round 7. Had to get a shot to some of the Raider fans because that stadium doesn't even compare to this practice facility here.
Right.
But
it's Jerry's world over here.
I digress.
But as we get back to the fight, I like how Ayala adjusted to Bakhram's power and his boxing. Look, he's not moving that much, but he's still working his jab. So he mentally he's still in the fight, but as far as winning the fight, he's definitely down. Now, at the end of the last round, Ayala went to the body and caught Bakhram. And he came out the beginning of this round and went right back down to the body.
And that's exactly what he should do if you were in his corner. You would have told him, pick up right where you left off. And you see Bakhram Murtazaliev just continuing to swing heavy shots. Not too much body work so far in this fight. He's done a lot of head hunting, but I mean, it's been effective for the most part. He's won Bomac every round.
Single round. Yeah, definitely won every single round. But again, I will say this: Ayala mentally is still in the fight. He's still slipping, sliding, catching punches, working his jab, stabbing to the body.
But at this point, with him getting knocked down in round 2. He's got to look for a knockout to win this fight because here we are at round 7, Bo. We don't know how the judges have it scored, but there hasn't really been a round where you felt like, this could be close.
No, all the rounds have been going to Bakhram, but again, I will keep saying mentally, Ayala is still in this fight. He's not moving as much as he was before. See how he's catching those punches?
When you say catching those punches, will you explain what that means?
Catching the punches is mean when Bakhram throws a punch and Ayala, he'll put his hand up and catch the punch on his glove. So he's catching his punches and he's trying to release at the same time.
I think he's doing a lot more catching than shooting, though, because he's not really following it up after he catches. But you can tell even with his mouth open a little bit, Ayala looks a little bit fatigued. His last fight, October 27th, against Patrick Day, he lost a unanimous decision, but it did go the full 10 rounds. And as I mentioned, he's been in a world title fight before. He's plenty of rounds under his belt. Veteran at 160, can go the distance. It's just a matter of, at this point, when does age start to show a little bit when you get into your fights, and how much can you, bring out now in these last 2 rounds? Should it go another 2 rounds at 38 years old, having, fought over?
Well, as you look at it, he's in there. He's not completely out of the fight mentally. Like I said,
and this is right here at the end of the round. I mean, you see 5 punches, 2 of them landed by Bakhram, and Ayala just kind of trying to swing for the fences, but he gets caught with the counter because he doesn't put his hand back up after he throws.
Well, he threw that left hook, that right hand, and he kind of grazed it on the shoulder. But, but one thing I did like about Ayala, he came back with a body shot at the end. So, like I said, I will continue to say this. Mentally, he's still into the fight. Number-wise, he's definitely not there, but he's still fighting. And look how he's coming out. He's jabbing, continuing to go to the body.
Yeah, he's got a little bounce in his step now to start round 8. A little, maybe getting a second wind here. Knows that, hey, I probably got to get in there and knock this guy out. So let me show him that I'm not tired. And maybe he can bait him into something here, Bo.
Well,
I don't know, but he's moving around a lot better to start
yeah.
round 8 than he has in the first 7 rounds.
I believe both of them knows each other's power, so they really ain't too much. They boxing like they ain't too much worried about each other's power though, but you never know. Look at that slipperiness of Ayala.
Yeah, he just was able to duck 3 shots right there. And that's the thing though. But Bakhram has thrown punches in bunches on it. 1, 2, 3. He hasn't doubled up too much on that jab, as you mentioned, Bo.
Right, because that jab will help him a little bit. You know, keep him close the distance and set up a good right hand.
Why do you think that he hasn't been able to stop him? Why hasn't Bakhram been able to stop Ayala to this point?
I think it's because, you know, Ayala definitely got a good chin on him. And then when Bakhram do hurt him, he get a little wild. He don't settle down a little bit too much. You know, so when you get wild and you throw punches from different angles and your feet are not underneath you, you lose power. And that can happen to you, just like that right there. See how he threw that 1-2? When he threw his right hand, his right foot came up. You ain't got no power on him. Shots like that.
He's got to use that from his toes. It starts from his base, from his legs. And he's all kind of upper body, right?
Yeah. And then, you know, Ayala, veteran that he is, he'll roll with it. He'll catch some of it, again, on the gloves. And he'll try to get out the way.
Well, and he caught a good left to the body, which has him backing up a little bit as we head into the second and the third part of this 8th round here. I mean, I think that body shot, it was a left hook to the body. Kind of hurt him a little bit. He hasn't thrown a punch since.
And I will tell you this. You know, the hardcore boxing fans out there will be very critical of Bakhram if he don't stop this guy. He was like, oh, well, he's 14. He's rated in the top 10. He's rated in the top 15. But he couldn't get this guy out of there. A veteran, a 38-year-old veteran.
He landed a heavy shot that had Ayala ducked down almost in a squat, but he didn't get those gloves to touch the ground. So can he finish him right here on the ropes, I think, with under 10 seconds left?
I like how Ayala's just still going to that body.
He's a veteran. He knows what to do. He's like, let me move around to the bell rings, and I'm going to get out, escape another round here. Man, he's had him rocked a couple times, but hasn't been able to finish him. Round 9 coming up in a scheduled 10-round fight. And with some of those heavy shots we saw early, I didn't know if we'd be here through round 9.
Yeah, that left hook to the head. But more or less like Ayala, he was off balance.
Think so?
Yeah, oh, definitely that.
How about that one?
That's the same one.
I don't think he was too off balance. I think caught him with the right and then came back with the left.
Caught him, he's grazing with the right, he came back with the left, but the way his body was positioned, it was like he was more or less like pushed. Like, to me, that's my own opinion.
Well, you're the expert.
As a fighter, you know, trainer, you'll see if it was really hurting, that knee would have buckled, but getting pushed back, you get hit with a shot like that, and then kind of catching your balance at the same time.
Here we go, round 9. It's been all gas, no brakes for Bakhram Murtazaliev, and pretty much the same thing for Elvin Ayala, although he's been able to slip quite a few punches, shown some defensive slickness in the fight, just hasn't been able to land too many power shots, maybe a good left to the body early or to finish round 6. But since then, Bo, not a lot of signature moments offensively for Ayala. It's been pretty much all Murtazaliev to this point.
Well, you know, when you get to 29-12, and you're a journeyman, you could continue, or you get in there and try to survive. You know, just make it through the fight, and I believe this is what Ayala is doing. He's just trying to get to the end of the fight and try to look good, maybe get another call for another fight or something.
Yeah, 15-year veteran. And he's been able to show that in various moments. He's been hurt in the fight. Looked like he kind of went down on a knee. But he's standing right there in the middle of the ring and just kind of letting Murtazaliev tee off. It kind of lends you to believe, even though Murtazaliev has 11 knockouts in his 14 wins, he's been able to handle his power pretty well.
Yeah, well, you know, like, again, you know, Catching some of the punches. Oh, nice right hand by Bakhram. This might
Big
be
right,
it for him.
doubling up on the left, straight right, and he goes down for the second time in the fight here in round 9.
I believe you got up too fast. I believe you should have took that full 8 count.
He seems to be okay. He seems to be pretty steady on his feet. Referee's gonna let him continue. Let's see if he can get on his bike a little bit and try to avoid it. And he gets hit with another right, then a left. And he's, at this point, he's just target practice. And the referee steps in to stop the fight, as he should.
Yeah, he should,
As he should. That was a good stoppage.
Yeah, that was a good stoppage.
Good stoppage. Bakhram Murtazaliev, victory 15, knockout number 12, as he retains the belt, the US NBC title belt.
He had to work for that knockout.
He sure did, and but when he smelled blood, he went in for the kill, and he finished. And that's what you want to see, guys like this that are working their way up in the pros. When you smell blood, you get in there and you got to get in there and finish him.
Yes, you have to.
How did he get it done, Bo?
Hey, start off with that right hand at first and kind of rocked him a little bit. But this is what I like. Look how Bakhram, he took his time. He wasn't rushing. He took his time. He landed his shots precise where he wanted to land them at.
He saw that he had him hurt on the knockdown, and then instead of
rushing in there,
correct.
Look how he's picking those shots. Picking those shots where you need to pick them before the referee steps in. Good stoppage. Way to step in, ref. And I will commend Bakhram how he slowed down. And
all right, let's send it over to Lupe Contreras to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, an accumulation of blows forces referee Neil Young to step in and call a halt to this contest with an official time of 2 minutes 5 seconds of the 9th and penultimate round, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, remaining undefeated and retaining his WBC USNBC Super Welterweight title, Bakhram Murtazaliev.
Lots more action to come. Stay with us right here from the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas.